Hi, welcome to module number 6. The sun goes down and the stars come out. First of all, there is no such thing as a loser, at least not in business. There are simply winners and then there are quitters. So let me again use a monologue from Star Wars to help make my point here. I'm going to play a little excerpt from part 5 of the Star Wars saga. It's Empire Strikes Back. I believe it was released in 1980, which is actually the year I was born. So, this is a little script that Master Yoda says, and I'm not going to read it for you. I think Yoda does it much better than I can, so I'm just going to play it for you here, okay?
Always with you what cannot be done. Hear you nothing that I say. You must unlearn what you have learned.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
Wow, now for a movie about galactic warfare, that's a pretty powerful principle, wouldn't you agree? But, the bottom line is winners are winners because of their determination, plain and simple. So you can easily argue that the number one difference between those who succeed and those who fail is this: endurance. Or in other words, how much can you endure? How tough are you mentally and emotionally? What is the threshold of pain that is the breaking point which causes you to quit? Now, we're all human and no one is invincible, but you can certainly train your mind and heart to withstand adversity to the extent that there is almost no quit in you. And I know there's plenty more cliches we can throw around, like it's not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get back up. And also, you win some, you lose some. But instead of annoying you with more cliches, we're going to actually share a few short bio clips with you. And these are basically just true stories of some of the most well-known people in the world. And you can follow along here on the PowerPoint slide.
Dismissed from drama school with a note that read, "Wasting her time. She's too shy to put her best foot forward." Turned down by the Decca Recording Company, who said, "We don't like their sound and guitar music is on the way out." A failed soldier, farmer, and real estate agent. At 38 years old, he went to work for his father as a handyman. Cut from the high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination and had no original ideas. His fiancée died. He failed in business twice. He had a nervous breakdown, and he was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never lived.
Wow, I absolutely love that message and the compilation altogether. It's a very popular YouTube video. And it's actually a video we've listed on our own channel as well. It was produced by bluefishtv.com, by the way. Great motivational stories for entrepreneurs or for anyone who's had their share of bad luck in life. And what these stories really teach us is that even the greatest and most successful figures in history, people so iconic that their faces are engraved in currency or their name attached to the number one sports brand in the world, which is Nike, even they experienced tremendous failure and heartbreak. Now, each one of them had weaknesses and vulnerabilities, but they never quit. Remember the unteachable skill we discussed previously? Well, all of these individuals had heart.
It's so inspiring to see people overcome to the worst in their lives. And it's interesting because you don't often hear about the failures people they have to face before they become successful. Now, we're going to share something interesting with you that will hopefully make you look at network marketing in a totally different way. It's the reason we titled this module "The Sun Goes Down, the Stars Come Up."
Yeah, this was actually the official theme song of the 2010 World Cup in Africa, and I really love the play on words there, so I really had to steal it for this module. So we're going to use the World Cup of Soccer as an analogy here, because it'll demonstrate that the players bring glory to their team and their flag, not the other way around. So I want you to think for a moment about the product or the service you're selling. How are you promoting it? Are you singing the praises of your business opportunity or waving the flag of your network marketing company? Well, in so doing, you're like a soccer player bragging about the color of your jersey or the number on your back. That doesn't win you any games. Your skills on the soccer field will score you goals and win you games, right? Now, although it does help to be part of a good all-around team, think about it. The flag you pledge your allegiance to makes little difference in your ability to play well or to win. So the same thing applies in network marketing. You need to work on becoming the star so that no matter what team you play for, you'll be a top player.
And this doesn't just apply in soccer, right? Don't other sports have all-star games as well?
Exactly, they do. There are all-star games in the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, and the stars that come out that night, who are the best players in the league, play for a variety of different teams. So, for example, the image that you're looking at right now, you see some of the best players in the world, like um, Neymar of Brazil, Messi of Argentina. You have Rooney of England, Ronaldo, Torres is there, Balotelli of Italy, and some that are even missing. Van Persie is there of Holland as well. So think about it. These are the best players in the world, but they belong to different teams. They're on competing teams. So it's baffling to me how network marketers still go out and promote their company like it's God's gift to the world, but they fail to promote their own value as individuals. So let me encourage you right now to start building, promoting, and believing that you have a greater value than your business opportunity or network marketing company. That if you decided today that you no longer wanted to promote their products and services, but maybe partner with another company, that you would have equal or greater success. And why? Because you're the star.
Great way of putting it, Jose. I know we had that tag in our email signature that said, "Belief is a beautiful armor." And it's so true. Believing that you are the star is very important.
Yeah, and we're not telling you not to promote your network marketing company, okay? We promote Elite Marketing Pro because we're very proud to be partners with them in our online business. But there's no doubt in our mind that Elite Marketing Pro provides us the tools and the training to grow our business. But we are the ones who are developing our skills and becoming masters of our craft. And by the way, one of the other reasons we feel fortunate to be a part of Elite Marketing Pro is because there are other big star players who have used this marketing system and training library to not only become 6, 7, and 8-figure earners, but to actually graduate from that opportunity and even go on to build their own multi-million-dollar online businesses.
Wow, that's really what it's all about, isn't it? At least within your first couple years as an online marketer, you need to see your primary opportunity as a vehicle that you can take you farther than you ever imagined.
Yeah, and I still remember the first time I looked at the leaderboard for Elite Marketing Pro, which separates leaders for leads and sales into basically 3 calendar segments: the last 7 days, the last 30 days, and then all-time leaders. And when I saw some of the all-time leaders, I was pleasantly surprised that I actually recognized some of those names because there were actually some high-profile internet marketers. In fact, the number one all-time leader with the most leads and sales was one of my previous mentors. His name is Jay Kubasek, an industry veteran. He's been around for over a decade, and he went from Elite Marketing Pro to start his own internet companies like Carbon Copy Pro and then Digital Experts Academy, which I've also attended personally. Now, another entrepreneur who I never worked with personally, but I was familiar with his work and training at Futuristic Marketing, was Jonathan Budd. He was actually positioned as the number 2 on the all-time leaderboard for Elite Marketing Pro.
Awesome. So now we've taught you the importance of being a star. We're going to transition into our final modules, but first, Jose is going to leave you with a final thought about what you've learned here today.
Okay, so here's a fun little assignment for you. I want you to go to www.chucknorrisfacts.com and read through some of the hilarious jokes there. They're actually all over the internet, and I've even seen Chuck Norris videos on YouTube. And you'll notice in almost every Chuck Norris, there's a reference to Chuck Norris versus blank, right? Something else. So I want you to notice that the entire punchline around these jokes is that Chuck Norris always wins, right? No matter what he's up against. And that's what makes it funny, right? I mean, especially if you're a Chuck Norris fan. I'm going to give you actually a couple examples that a couple of jokes I know by heart. Number one goes, Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience. And there's another one that goes, Chuck Norris's Gmail account is actually gmail@chucknorris.com. So, after you've read through some of these and had some fun, I want you to begin thinking of yourself as the Chuck Norris, while everything else, whether it's your company, your competition, your obstacles, whatever it is, that's the other part of the joke, okay? That's the blank that you're filling in. This is the mentality of a star, not to ask who's going to let me through, but rather to ask who's going to stop me. And this gives us perfect segue into Module 7, where I'm going to actually expose one of the most deceptive myths being spread around the internet and network marketing industry today.